Hi, Year 10. So picking up where I left off, we're now going to move on to example 2. So Jenny drives at an average speed of 45 miles per hour. She left home at 2:45 p.m. and arrived at 3:22 p.m. How far did she travel? So again, we've got this average speed coming up. So we're making an assumption that she drove at a consistent speed of 45 miles per hour throughout, but that doesn't reflect reality. So she probably went faster and slower at different points, but we're going to assume that overall she was driving at 45 miles per hour. So I'm being asked here to find a distance, and that is going to be speed multiplied by time. I have the speed. I need to know the time that she was travelling for. So she started at 2:45 and arrived at 3:22, and I've marked on my timeline here 3 o'clock in the middle, and I know that it's 15 minutes until 3 p.m. and then another 22 minutes until 3:22. So the total time then, if I add those two up, is 37 minutes. So I picked this example to be an awkward time to show you that you can still use the same approach to find how much of an hour this is as we did in the last example. So 37 minutes is 37 out of 60 hours. Now I can't simplify that fraction. This is going to be a calculator question, but I have to have the amount of an hour that she took because my speed is in miles per hour. So I can't use minutes. And I also have to remember that this is not 0.37 of an hour because there aren't 100 minutes in an hour, and that's a really, really common mistake. So now distance is speed times time. And so I'm now going to substitute my speed, 45 miles per hour, and my time, 37 over 60, into my formula, and I'm going to have to use a calculator to work this out, and it gives me 27.75 miles. Okay, so what I'd like you to do at this point is pause the video and have a go at answering these questions into your maths book. You've got the formula triangle up in the right hand corner here. You are going to have to do some conversions from minutes into hours in some cases. And then we'll go through the answers, and then I will set you the exercise that you're going to need to do. So pause the video and give these questions a go. Okay, so question number 1, we're being asked for an average speed, and we can see here that the units we need are kilometres per hour. We've got a distance in kilometres and a time in hours, so that's all fine. We can go straight ahead and say that speed is distance over time, 24 over 2, which is 12. Right, next we've got Stuart, who is driving for 2 hours 15 minutes. 15 minutes, you probably know without having to write it as 15 over 60, is a quarter of an hour. And writing that as an improper fraction, that's 9 over 4. So this is a non-calculator question. We've got his speed, distance over time, so 180 over 9 over 4, and that's the same as multiplying by the reciprocal 4 over 9. Then 180 divided by 9 is 20, so I can then do 20 multiplied by 4, which is 80 kilometres per hour. Right, we've then got Joe, who's travelling for 1 hour and 30 minutes. That's an hour and a half. So that, as an improper fraction, is 3 over 2. And Joe's speed is going to be distance over time. So 60 over 3 over 2. And that's the same as multiplying by 2 over 3. So 60 divided by 3 is 20. Multiplied by 2 is 40. Right, then Fred, we've got metres per second as our units for speed here, and we've got metres and seconds. This is a calculator question. So first of all, you do this calculation and you write down all the figures on your calculator display, and then it says round out off to an appropriate degree of accuracy. So I've gone for 2 decimal places. Because I now know that this, metres and centimetres, but it doesn't matter too much provided you say what accuracy you've used. So I've said 9.43 metres per second, to 2 decimal places, and I didn't need to round up because the 3rd decimal place is a 3. Right, finally, a plane flying for 2 hours 20 minutes. That's 2 hours and a third of an hour, so that's 7/3 hours. And the speed is going to be kilometres, 1,400 kilometres divided by the time, 7/3, multiplied by the reciprocal, 3/7, and 1,400 divided by 7 is 200, and then I just need to multiply by 3, which gives me 600 kilometres per hour. Okay, so your task for today, I've added as a separate Word document to your assignment. There are some exam questions there for you to have a go at. So do those in your maths book, upload your workings as a photo when you hand in your assignment, and then we'll go through the answers next lesson.